Hey, good evening, class. As a little background, I want to start by saying I work for the Recovery Network of Programs. That's partly the reason why I'm speaking to you guys today. A lot of the individuals I deal with on an almost daily basis experience the effects of this issue. Today, I want to shed light on that problem, which affects countless lives. The impact that drugs have on the mind, the challenges that come with detox and withdrawal, and then how we as a society and our government are addressing these issues. The first issue I want to touch on is that profound effect that drugs have on the mind. Substances like opioids, cocaine, methamphetamines, and even alcohol, they affect the brain's chemistry by interfering with neurotransmitters. That's why drugs like prescription painkillers or opioids, they produce something called dopamine in the brain, which, creates a euphoric effect, makes you feel happy, good inside. And with prolonged use of opioids, you end up reducing the dopamine you produce naturally. And then that's what creates the dependency for a lot of people. Chronic drug use also affects the prefrontal cortex. This is what's responsible for like decision making and, just impulse control. This explains why a lot of times individuals who are addicted to substances, they act out in like erratic ways and dangerous and risky behaviors and activities because without even the care for the consequence, because that's what happens with prolonged drug use, with chronic drug use. Oh, excuse me. So that actually leads to the next thing, that when someone does decide to become clean, then what? That's when, we talk about detox and withdrawal. Detox is the process of substances coming out of the body. A lot of times that comes with severe side effects and symptoms. These symptoms can range from something like nausea, vomiting, and like seizures, to something more on the mental health side of it with like anxiety and depression. Someone, withdrawing from or detoxing from like opioids, they may feel like flu-like symptoms and severe body pain, while someone detoxing from alcohol, they may experience like life-threatening seizures. That's why a lot of times, they need like medical supervision while going through this process, because you know it's dangerous. Along with the medical supervision, there, what are other solutions for detox and withdrawal? There's medication assisted treatment, which uses drugs like, methadone, which I'm sure you heard of, which helps reduce cravings and, eases those whole withdrawal symptoms. Oops, sorry, phone's dying, guys. There are also behavioral therapies, like cognitive behavioral therapy, and then there's motivational interviewing, which those promote like almost, you know, promote like addressing the root cause of their addiction, and then developing good coping strategies, and then, a good aftercare plan, which is important for recovery, anyone's recovery. And then, there's also support groups like NA, which is Narcotics Anonymous, and then AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, which, provide individuals with community support where they get to discuss and get support from their peers who are going through the same kind of struggles, which is, who better to understand what you're going through than someone who's going through it, so that's a beautiful thing, but aside from the community's support, the government has made great strides in this effort. There's programs like the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, and the oh, excuse me, and with the expansion of Medicaid through the Affordable Care Act, treatment has become way more accessible for everyone. There's the drug courts even, where they're promoting rehab over incarceration, because, you know, for nonviolent offenders, it actually promotes, it shows promise in reducing recidivism. Sorry, always have trouble saying that word. And of course, there's always going to be people that say the government needs to do more. Everyone needs to do more. Because drug addiction is not a moral failing, but it's a complex disease that like really affects the mind and the body. So this is why, like, as a society, we just need to come together, advocate, and promote compassionate and comprehensive, support systems for these individuals so that they can have successful, recovery, and they can continue that success through their sobriety. It's just, it it's a it's an issue that really touches home for me. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably, you know, associate with or have individuals in your life that are going through this issue. It's sad, but there are solutions. We just got to be proactive, and I just really appreciate you guys taking the time to hear me out.